So do you guys happen to have any pre or post show rituals?
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we say that about 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. There's no ego in this band, so we're like, well, fuck, just don't fuck up, man. Yes, I'm sorry we don't fuck up. We're having a good time, that's all that matters to me.
There you go.
Otherwise.
The only
So-
thing I do is gum.
Gum?
Gum after the show. I don't know what that is. I have to chew them after.
Well, I have a gospel that I wrote for, it's actually spawned the whole idea behind River, but that's my personal vocal warm-up. Well, along with my vocal warm-up, but that ends the vocal warm-up.
It's the ritual warm-up.
Yeah, and then I meet with the guys and they look at me saying, don't fuck up, and I'm like, okay, I'll try not to. And we go on stage and do our best.
Well, that's good. No fuck-ups tonight anyway that I noticed. It was a fucking sweet show. So, speaking of sweet, I love the video for Ready to Roll. Do you guys happen to know what your next video will be, or maybe what you'd like it to be?
When you tell us what our second single is, and we'll be there for the video.
I think it should be I'm Breathing. That's my favorite.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's supposed to come out in January, so I don't know what the label has in store for us.
We hear
Cool.
everything a lot.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed, I hope. So what is the weirdest rumor that you've ever heard about yourselves personally or the band as a whole?
Let's see. That we are actually Hinder.
What?
With a shaved head. No, I don't know. There's like I don't know. We haven't really come across any rumors.
Well,
We
that's
get a lot of
good.
slags, but I mean, other than that, that's just Vancouver bands. I know. No, nothing yet. But again, we're a new band, so give us some time.
All right.
So there'll be lots of rumors.
I'll ask you that next time when you guys are opening for Foo Fighters. So what would be the strangest or maybe the coolest gift you've ever got from a fan?
Jesus.
Play the control this one.
Yeah, actually, in my hands right now, I have.
Ta-da!
That was
And I
pretty
took a
planned.
peek inside, and
What
it's.
was it?
And you're still blushing.
There's guys, dude. Don't show
No,
guys.
no.
Yeah, this is the raw, uncut, uncensored version here, so.
Yeah.
Oh!
She looks good. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this G-rated or X-rated?
This is X-rated.
Oh. Let's just show a picture. All right.
Oh, that's great. So can you guys name one thing about the music industry you'd like to change?
Just one?
Just one? Oh, if you got more, please, by all means. The floor is yours.
Oh, God.
I think they should give more opportunity to up-and-coming bands.
Absolutely.
Personally, I think, I don't want to get into certain labels or whatever or something like that, but I think one of the biggest problems, the downfall in the last 8 years or let's say 5 years, is there's a lot of good bands out there, but I think that they wait for that first single, and if there's nothing, they don't even take into account of who they're competing against, all that kind of stuff. They just go, this band doesn't make it off the first single, we're pulling the plug. And these bands are on the road, and all of a sudden, they're like, well, now what do we do? When they probably had something. You know, some of my favorite bands are that maybe aren't as big as obviously AC/DC and so on and so forth and some of that. Some of these bands, they didn't get a second shot. But if you got their album, you listen to their second song, their third song, fourth song, and even like deep into the album, you're like, well, why did this one get played?
Yeah.
And so I just think that there needs to be a little bit more time spent with working with the bands and saying, let's put you on the road and let's, you know, let you build your fan base and we'll be behind you.
Get a grassroots following, you know. So
Yeah.
Like Ireland Def Jam does for us. So.
Also, like, maybe radio could offer more than 14 spots, you know, for bands.
Right.
Like, you know, you get a single label competing for 2 spots,
Yeah.
you know, with 8, 10
Political.
bands. It's just ridiculous. It's so hard to get anybody up there. I just think it'd be, you know, yeah, everyone needs more exposure.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what kind of music do you guys listen to when you're having a bad day?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny
Nice.
Cash?
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah.
Uh,
Weather Jennings.
With maybe Sigur Rós.
Yes. Oh, that was that close.
Oh, okay.
That's easy.
Yeah.
So do you guys happen to have any superstitions? I know we just passed Halloween here, so I'm curious to know.
No, honestly, I don't like walking under ladders.
I'm with you there.
And I don't drink 109 proof moonshine. It doesn't look that applicable. I don't do that anymore.
Right.
Flat nine.
Lesson
And I don't
learned.
get into a car normally that's speeding down a dirt road with no seatbelt.
I guess I always get tattooed with nothing in my system. and I always tune my bass before I start playing. That's it.
Yeah, I guess I have to do the gospel before every show. That's just to say thanks for being here. So you're still being here, I guess.
Yeah. So, do you guys happen to have like a prized possession that you have to have on tour with you?
I actually have a weeping Buddha. My best friend gave me.
Really?
I've got a tattoo of it on my shoulder.
Ooh.
It's but I have the actual Buddha with me on tour. Helps a lot.
That's cool.
I have, for myself, I've got just some letters from friends and stuff like that, just wishing me all the best. But I've got a rock from my sister, who's a singer-songwriter here, or I've said release very soon. Just something from her that I always have with me. And on my phone, if I didn't have my phone, I wouldn't be able to stay in touch with my mom. So.
Right, yeah, phone, definitely. So do you guys happen to have any like unusual or interesting things on your rider?
Why don't we take a little view of our
Aww.
There used to be 5 Coronas. I think we're down to 1. Snapple, I think we got 4 tonight. Towels, it's amazing, but we got them tonight. Coca-Cola, well, that's a given. We usually get 6 because we're rock stars. And water, that is one thing that I request, and I usually get 6, maybe 8.
Aww.
Yeah. We don't ask for the alcohol or anything like that. JD saved my ass tonight at the radio station, so I really wish that was on the rider, but give us a bit of time.
Eventually.
That's cool. We can be like Saliva, they get tapioca pudding.
The boys. I like my gummy bears, but I don't see that in there yet.
Gummy bears. Red Bull. I've seen the commercial for the new movie with Jim Carrey. Red Bull? No? Okay. When you do, you'll find that funny. Last thing I have for you guys tonight. Is there anything that you would like to say directly to your fans?
I don't know. I just probably basically say thanks for supporting us. We're a new band. I know there's a lot of bands out there right now that are releasing new albums, and obviously we're big fans of a lot of those bands. So to take the time and to go out and buy our album and stuff like that, I know the economy's the way it is, and so that's a big downfall. But I mean, it does have a lot to do with it. And people are coming up to the shows early. We really appreciate it. Coming by MySpace and they're opening up to us. And for whatever reason, these songs are touching them and stuff like that. And they're also like letting us know what that song's doing for them. So just want to say appreciate all that for sure.
Just keep listening.
Yeah, just
Thank you.
Alright, well thank you guys for sitting down with the Hidden Agenda. We really appreciate it. Great show. Can't wait for the next one. And hope y'all have a great night.